Alright guys, today we have Dell Latitude 7640. The system is in no post state and we received a motherboard to resolve this issue. Alright, so let's jump right into it. I always like to inspect the parts before I start opening up the machine. That way I don't have to worry about finding a broken replacement part after everything. I took apart everything. Return label is on it. Here's the replacement motherboard. All the connectors and the ports seems okay. 99% of the times they're fine, but once in a while we come across a replacement part which is not usable, have some sort of defect or something. So I always like to inspect it before I jump into the repair. I have already verified the service tag beforehand, so I'm gonna start opening it up. I'm gonna use a pry tool to pry it open, like that. First thing first, disconnect the battery cable. Someone have used too much of the thermal paste. All right, seems like a liquid damage here. I always recommend first time people who are doing this for the first time to keep all the screws in a separate container, maybe like a pillbox. I've been doing it for so long, that's why I know exactly where which screw goes. So that's why I'm just putting all of them together. Take this bracket off. This part of the board is called daughter board, and this is the motherboard. All right, all the screws are off. I'm gonna disconnect the fan, remove the heatsink. Wow, someone really emptied the entire syringe of thermal paste. All right, you see this little rust oxidation? This is the mark that it's been liquid damaged. All right, before I place the replacement board in there, I would like to clean this oxidation from here so that it won't short up the new motherboard the replacement board. Cleaning out these terminals, these little holes where the ports go. And I'm gonna lift this speaker up just to see if there's any oxidation underneath it. It seems pretty clean. Just a little bit rust over here, over here. So this alcohol pad, the alcohol that I'm rubbing over here dries really quick, so I'm not too much worried about that. All right, that seems good. It's good over here. Just gonna rub it over here as well. The reason why I'm cleaning these ports, these connectors, is because if there's any rust or any oxidation that I'm not seeing, it would be able, this would be able to, clean it. Let's see if there's anything, nope, it seems pretty clean on this side. All right, now I'm gonna put in the new motherboard that they have sent. Make sure there's no cables that hides under the motherboard. So you want to take this out, and I always like to connect all the connectors first before I start with the screws. That one is in. Radio connectors. All right, so it's or antenna connectors. It's very simple. Some people find it difficult. I've found a way, an easier way to install them. Just kind of lay it on top of the connector, kind of slide it and press it down. Once you feel that it's sliding on top of the connector, that means they're perfectly lined. Then you can press it down with full confidence. Otherwise, if they're not perfectly lined, then you can damage them easily. So you want to make sure, be very gentle with these antenna cables. So now we're installing the SSD back in. That's in. Let's install the cover plate, and time to start the process again. Missing one screw. I'll find it in my spare screws stash. So there's an order in which we need to install these screws for this bracket. So starting from 1. Now number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. All right, all the 6 screws are in. Now we need to install this metal bracket that holds down the LCD cable. And I also see some missing screws on this board. I think the last person who performed the repair on this did a really bad job. So 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. So in total, this system is missing about 4 screws. All right. We need to clean this. I'm gonna use the same. Actually, let's see if I can scrape it, wipe it off like that. Yeah, that doesn't work completely, so I have to use my knife to scrape it off. All right, it's nice and clean. All right. So we're gonna apply a new. Actually, before we do that, let's find some spare screws that we need here. The problem with the type of these screws, they are not easily be found. So I'm gonna try with this one. Let's see if I can. All right. Oh, this one worked. All right. This is. I need a little bit wider mouth. Oh wow, this one worked too. Okay, another one that goes here. Perfect. And one more I need for this place. Perfect. Amazing. All right, now actually I need 2 more screws for the heatsink. And wow. All right, we'll worry about that in a second. We're gonna apply the paste. I think this should be sufficient. All right, I'm gonna carefully place it down right on top of the screw holders, starting from number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Perfectly align it parallel to the connector, then you can press it in with confidence. Otherwise, there's a chance that we can bend the pins, and we don't want to do that. It's a real pain in the neck to straighten them afterwards. All right, so now we need 2 screws for one for here and one for here. So I'm gonna tie it a little bit because these are not the original screws. Okay, this one. Okay, well, this one came off. It's not for that place. All right, maybe this one would work. Let's see. All right, this one worked. Perfect. What else you can desire for? All the connectors are in place. Okay. I'm gonna plug the battery and put the back cover on. All right, it's a moment of truth. I think this system do not have any battery, so we need to connect it to the charger. Well, this is how you replace the motherboard on Dell Latitude 7640. See you again in the next video.